Hello and welcome to Sudoku Pro. This is a one-star puzzle. Let's get started. Let's start with this block. Here you can see 9 and 8 here. There is a 9 here and 8 in the last row. So these 8 and 9 blocks these three cells. So these two cells are possibly take 8 and 9. So 8 and 9 comes in these two cells. But you can see a 8 blocking this cell. So this becomes 9 and this becomes 8. Now the missing numbers in this block are 4, 6 and 7. You can see a 4 and 6 in this row. So this cell will take 7 and 4, 6 will be there in these two cells. Now moving up, there is a 3 here and a 3 here. So these 3 block these two cells and there is a 3 here which blocks this cell. So this cell takes 3. There is a 5 here and a 5 here. These 5 blocks these two rows and there is a 5 here which blocks this column. So this cell takes 5. Now in this column there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1 and 2. There is a 2 blocking here. So this cell takes 1 and this cell takes 2. Now moving down to this cell, there are only 3 empty cells. The missing numbers are 3, 4 and 5. Now 5 blocks here. So this is the only cell where 5 can be. And the missing numbers are 3 and 4. So 4 blocks here. So this cell takes 3 and this cell takes 4. Now let's try to fill this block. The missing numbers here are 4 and 6. There is a 6 blocking here. So this cell takes 4 and this cell takes 6. In this block, there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1 and 2. There is a 1 blocking here. So this cell takes 2 and this cell takes 1. Now let's try to fill this column. The missing numbers are 3, 5 and 6. If you take this block, there is both 3 and 5. So in this entire column, this cell cannot take 3 and 5. So this cell has to take only 6. Moving down, so 3 and 5 has to be in these two cells. You can see 3 blocking this cell. So this cell will take 5 and this cell takes 3. Let's try to fill this row. There are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1, 2 and 8. This cell is blocked by 2 from here and 1 from here. So this cell takes 8 and balance 1, 2 goes here. Let's try to fill this block. The missing numbers are 2, 4 and 7. This cell is blocked by 2 from here and there is a 4 here. So this cell can take only 7. Now there is a 2 here blocking this cell. So this cell takes 2 and 4 goes here. In this row, the missing numbers are 4 and 8. There is a 4. This 4 is blocking here. So this cell takes 8 and this cell takes 4. Now the only missing numbers here are 7 and 9. Let's mark it as 7, 9 pair. Let's try to fill this block now. You have 6 blocking here and there is another 6 blocking here. So this cell takes 6. Now you have a 7 here which blocks here, and there is a 7 here which blocks here. So this cell takes 7. Now the missing numbers are 1 and 9. There is a 1 blocking here. So this cell takes 9 and this cell takes 1. Let's try to fill this block now. You have 3, this 3 blocking here, and there is a 3 from here blocking here. There is a 3 here at the top that blocks this cell. So this cell takes 3. This 9 blocks here. So this cell takes 9. Now the missing numbers, there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1, 5 and 6. You can see 6 and 5 blocking this cell. So this cell can take only 1. Balance 2 cells will take 5 and 6. Let's try to fill this block now. So let's take 4. There is a 4 here which blocks this bottom row. There is a 4 here which blocks these 2 cells, and there is a 4 up there which blocks here. So this is the only cell where 4 can be. This 4 blocks, cancels out the 4 here, and this becomes 6 and this becomes 4. Now this 6 cancels out the 6 here. This becomes 5 and this becomes 6. Now check this 2 blocks here, and there is a 2 here in the left which blocks here, and there is a 2 here in the right which blocks here. So this is the only cell where 2 can be. This 2 cancels out the 2 here. This becomes 1 and this becomes 2. Now that leaves with only one empty cell in this row, and the missing number is 5. And in this row we have only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 8 and 9. Since we do not have much clues about 8 and 9, let's leave it as 8, 9 pair. Now the missing numbers in this block are 7 and 1. There is a 1 blocking here, so this cell takes 7 and this cell takes 1. Now this is the final block. Let's try to complete it. Let's take this row. The missing numbers here are 1 and 7. There is a 1 blocking from here. So this cell takes 7 and this cell takes 1. Now this 7 cancels out the 7 here. The 7 cancels out and this becomes 9, and this 9 cancels out and this becomes 7. So that in turn, this 9 cancels out the 9 here. So this becomes 8 and this becomes 9. Now moving down here, the missing numbers are 3 and 9. So there is a 3 here. So this cell takes 9 and this cell takes 3. Now here the missing numbers are 5 and 8. So you have 8 here. So this becomes 5 and this becomes 8. And we have solved the puzzle.